Seoi Otoshi. So, like Tai Otoshi, there's a 2-step method and a 3-step method. We'll demonstrate both of those. Kuzushi is going to be toward 11 o'clock. So, upper body is very similar to Morote. Lower body is a bit, obviously, different. So, we're stepping, and the depth of this step can vary a little bit. What's really critical is that this step, my left step, lines up with my partner's foot here, assuming that they're in a good formal position. Okay, so I hook step here, I'm twisting, dropping down, bringing my leg back. So your knee will be roughly right over their toes. Your left leg should be well bent with your knee basically over your ankle. So we step, line this up. Okay, don't go too far out here. Don't come too much to the inside of that foot. Line that up, maybe approximately with their toe. Just like Tai Otoshi. When I do that, the idea is not to drive my weight back. Okay, if you are locking out your partner's knee, if it feels like they're blocked and they can't be thrown forward, it's because you have energy going back. I'm turning, and although I shoot my right leg back, I keep my body weight on my left leg, my forward leg. Super, super important. If I make that turn and I pivot here, and as I shoot my right leg back, I allow that to pull my Jushin, my center back. I collide with my partner, and I lock out their knee. I need to take my weight and bring it to my forward leg, at least 60–70% of it. So let's do it from the side. So just focusing on the lower body at the moment. So, and again, the depth of that step can vary. Different people have different preferences. If you do a 2-step method, you'll hook right next to that foot, twist, bring your right leg back, but really keep your center as forward as possible, and think about your center coming down and not pulling your center back. My center line should not really, really collide into it. Again, this is a forward throw, so the emphasis is on pulling and throwing the individual forward. There should be nothing about my body movements that contradict that fundamental idea. If I'm trying to throw her forward and I'm smashing into her and literally knocking her backward, obviously that's contradicting the entire idea. So I'm turning to face this direction, and I'm pulling her as I do so. Get close and tight, I bow, and I pull, pop, the leg. So right as I feel her make contact with my extreme upper thigh, I pop and pull the throat through. I do not insert my hip. So I'm not shooting my hip out. So it's not a morote with my leg back. The hip is tucked in, and so my left foot is lined up with her foot here, and my hip is just to the inside of her thigh. I pull her, my right arm functions very much like a morote, seiragi. Pull forward, tighten, close into my upper back. I pull, 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 pull. When I feel her touch my leg, I snap. Straighten up, pull the arm straight up. Just like morote again, when I step this way and I turn my body over, I can't allow my arm and my shoulder, my right arm, my right shoulder, my right hip to be back while the left side of my body is forward, where I'm kind of in this position. When I make that turnover, my right shoulder, my right elbow, my right hip have to turn forward so that we're lined up here. If my right shoulder is back this way, energy is going this way, backwards. I need the energy to come forward. So if nothing else, when you turn in here, make sure that this guy doesn't hang out back here. Bring this forward. Pull that shoulder forward so that you're lined up at least evenly in the chest. You shouldn't have one shoulder forward, one shoulder back like a Geiran Barai or something. You should turn those shoulders forward. Okay, towards 11 o'clock, that direction, pull them forward. As you turn, drop down,